So that's it? That's the primary reason you're single, Nicole, is the men are just terrible in bed? Is that it?
Well, that's not why I'm single. That's just why I don't have like a sneaky link.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay, then why are you single?
I'm single because I'm doing like active sex work and it's just like harder to date. And I just like want to focus on me, and once I'm at where I want in my career and financially, then I'll be able to date.
Would you give that up to date someone?
If someone's willing to like fund my life, then yeah.
Why do you have to look for someone to fund your life?
Because why would I quit what I'm doing that makes me like so much money?
Well, if what you're doing is preventing you from having something that you would desire and would make you happy, then you might say, look, okay, I can make more money stripping or whatever, but maybe I'll make double what I can make stripping, or I could make half of what I make stripping working at a Starbucks or something. But
I don't want to work at a Starbucks. Like, no woman wants to work, to be honest.
So you want to find a man and get married? And
yeah, I'll be a housewife.
But if
I'll
you're
clean
saying
and cook.
if you're that, no, that's all great, that's awesome. But so if what you're saying is doing your current job is preventing you from doing that, shouldn't the first thing you do be to quit that job?
No.
Why not?
I'm young. I was in a relationship for 7 years, from like 15 to 22. So I just want to like experience the single life, and I like it. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
I thought what you were saying was I do want to date someone, and I do want to be a housewife, and I want someone to cook for. So if you want those things, then that means you probably don't want the single stripper life, because those things are mutually opposed, right?
Yeah, I think I'll probably like date in my 30s.
And that's kind of putting it off a while, right? Don't you want to like have kids and
Not right now.
No, 30s.
No. Yeah.
It's tougher to have kids in your 30s.
I'm fertile.
And you did say that you would be, if I have it correct, you would be willing to date if the man was prepared to provide for your lifestyle?
Yeah.
Well, what are we talking here in terms of numbers? He's got to make how much?
Well, if I'm gonna be like a stay-at-home like wife, I'm gonna need like my car payment, all my bills, like hair, makeup, basically like everything. And that costs a lot, and no one like...
Does it? What if your husband said, you don't need all that stuff?
Then he's not the right guy.
It's not the man for her.
You've already got the guy, though, so why continue with the...
Yeah, why do you need to get your hair done if you already got that? The point of getting your hair done, right, is to go, like, meet a nice guy.
No, to look good for my guy.
Before we move on here, I had that video that I wanted to pull up. So, Nick, if you're able to pull it up, did you find it? Go ahead. Oh, wait, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine.
No
Let the audio play, go ahead.
So cute. That looks so funny. That's so funny.
Okay. Has that been your experience on dates with women?
I sent that video to my best friend, but no.
Okay, all right.
Do you feel like who invites you should pay? Or like whoever is the one that like comes up with the plan? Because I kind of feel that way in
I feel
general.
like that's just kind of courtesy.
Like if I were to
we talked
invite
about
my
this
man,
on
I'd be like, okay, like I could pay. Like if like
Yeah, I think that if
I invited you somewhere,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, I think that if I were to take the time to plan out a date and decide what we were doing and where we were going, I'd definitely feel obligated to pay.
In your last
Sure.
relationship, who paid for the most of the things? Would you
In
say?
my last relationship, my ex-fiance paid for most of the things,
Okay.
I'd say.
I also feel like in lesbian relationships, there's always someone that is a little more the masculine partner and a little more the feminine partner.
I do
wouldn't you
agree with
say?
that, but in most of my relationships, and all of them actually, I've been the more feminine one, and in most of my relationships, I've paid for more and taken on that role.
Interesting.
Really, we won't linger too long on the who should pay debate, but you mentioned that, well, whoever asks ought to pay. So going around the table, who agrees with that? Whoever asks, they should pay for the date.
I think that's
I don't
fair.
think like ought to, but like if
Well,
I don't know, if I invite my man, like I would just
well, let's
be
say
okay
first
with
dates.
paying.
Let's talk
First date. No,
First dates.
a man got to pay for the first
Yeah.
date.
Man got to
Yeah.
pay for the first date.
If he's
Yeah.
pursuing me
Yep.
and taking me out,
If I'm on a first date
Yeah.
and they look at me like, pay this, I'm walking out. I'm
You're-
walking out. No.
you're
No.
walking out.
you won't hear from
No,
me
I'm
again.
done, I'm done, and you can
Yeah.
stay and figure that
I
out for
agree.
yourself. That's not my business to handle. Like, sorry.
Wait, so just, okay, going around the table, I just want to get everybody's answer. Who should who
The
should
guy
pay?
definitely.
Okay.
The man.
I answered mine.
Wait, was that always
Well,
though?
you can just restate your.
Well, yeah, you know how I feel. But was
Wait,
Cindy?
well, I want to get everybody's
Oh,
answers.
sorry.
I wouldn't say.
I was just clarifying.
Not always. I feel like once you guys get to know each other, we could like go split half and half. But I feel like the guys I've dated, they've always wanted to pay for me.
Me
They
too.
would never be like, oh, like they would
too.
never let me pay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
If I planned something and I said I wanted to go here, I want to bring you here, and I want to do this, I'm gonna pay for that. But any other way,
Sure.
it's on you.
Yeah.
Nicolette?
So I'm not gonna pay. The man should pay, whether it's the first date or the 10th date, unless we're like, dating for a while, like exclusively. Then
Yeah.
like we can split sometimes.
Okay. Sure. Mia, what about you?
I think on the first date, yes, the man should pay. I also think that if it is just a long-term relationship, then yes, you guys can share payments and share that. I think that's just the overall, you don't, I'm not a housewife. I
Okay.
can afford my bills, so.
Yeah.
Do men like when you kind of like treat them sometimes? You're like, I got you, babe.
No, not really.
No?
I don't.
They don't.
I mean, I don't know. I'm married, so it's not like I'm going on
Yeah.
dates and stuff. But
That's
I mean,
true.
maybe if they're broke.
I differ a little on this.
I feel like that could be cute once in a while. Like,
Wait,
a
why
girl
don't
be
you
like,
don't
I
go
wanna
on
treat
dates?
you.
Why do you not go on dates?
because I'm married and my wife would object to that. You know? she probably wouldn't
She
take
wouldn't be
kindly to
fond
it.
of
I thought y'all were making content together. I'm confused.
I know. Well, I appreciate
said
the
okay.
offer. But I must decline.
Making
So I
content
go like my wife and I go to dinner. But I wouldn't call that like a date. I'm not going to go. I'm not like picking up a chick.
But
down the
making
street.
content together doesn't mean dating.
Well, my wife and I don't make content together either. I kind of do my podcast.
It's like I'm offering like a work. You're like my work partner.
You and I are work
Yeah, we're
partners?
work partners.
Again, I mean, listen, I'm going to have to clear it with
wife.
my domestic partner back home. I don't think she's going to take very happily to it.
Yeah.
But even when we were dating, my wife would offer to pay, but I don't like it. I feel it feels kind of gay. Yeah. It feels like I'm the man, and even at points in my life where I haven't had a lot of money, I still feel like the man should hold the door, hold the
Yeah.
car door, hold the restaurant door,
Yes.
hold the seat out, and pay
Well,
for
that's
the bill.
just chivalry.
Yeah.
That's
Who says
that's
it's dead? Not me.
then just,
No,
that's hot,
romance
but
is not.
Okay. And then, so on the conversational thread we were having, I think it was one of you two who said, well, whoever asks, they should pay, right?
yeah.
Okay. And so, who agrees with that? Maybe just show of hands, whoever asks should pay? Or you
Is
may
it a long-term relationship?
No,
are we
first
talking
date,
about
first date, yeah.
Oh, first
Man.
date?
First
That's
date.
a man. Sorry.
Man.
You gotta
No,
clarify,
no.
Brian.
Okay.
But I'm not asking a man on a date.
Yeah, I'm not
so,
asking
like,
a man on a first
Well,
date.
yeah, that's my kind of rebuttal to the whoever asks should pay, because it sort of
Yeah.
ignores the fact that in the vast majority of
I will never
circumstances,
ask
the
a man
man,
on a date,
is
yeah.
gonna, yeah.